Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here. And today we're going to be talking about the firearm shortage of 2020 as of December here. Now, I just made a previous video talking about the ammo shortage. I figured I'd split these videos in two, but if you want to hear about ammo shortage, click on this video up here at the top corner or just browse the channel. You might see something you like and just give it a shot. Pun intended. But yeah, in this video, I just kind of talk about the firearm shortage that has occurred, of course, as a result of the ammo shortage and the various powers that be. So first thing, I like to thank everyone who has liked, commented, subscribed on the previous videos. I appreciate you guys, and I love the comments that you guys give. It's informative and just lets me know what you guys like and whatnot, and also to open up the discussion to a few people. Just to have around these various subjects that people can't really have a discussion nowadays at times, it seems. So it's a nice little outlet for a few people. But with that said, let's get into it. So first thing here, since we're gonna be messing with the old peanut butter Glock, safety check, all clear. So firearms, as we know, there's been a run on them. There's been a shortage on them. The only ones you've been able to find are used, or the ones out of, Joe Schmo's basement that he hoarded, 34 Glocks and is now selling them off for $700 a piece. And yeah, the situation's been kind of dire at times. Now, as we all know, it's been from the runs that we've had on the, due to the coup, due to the riots, due to just general unrest of everything. And now, of course, the election's coming. So people are buying up more guns than ever. Now, one thing I will say is it does seem like on the bright side that firearms manufacturers are starting to release them in batches. So, shops are getting them now. Of course, they are still going out of stock. They're not just sticking around on the shelves for a while, but at least they are coming out in batches. You will see your firearms, come out. Your shop will get 5, 10, 15 M&P sports in. And, they'll be gone by the end of the week. Yes. But at least they're coming in and, okay, hey, the shop says, hey, we got another batch on order. They've already told us, instead of being TBD, now it's, okay, next month on the 2nd, we should have them. So that's a good thing. They're starting to at least get a regular cadence going on. But for those that don't have a firearm or still looking for one, I'd say if you can find something for a reasonable price, don't let someone price gouge you, what have you. Don't let someone charge you $1,000 for a Glock 19 or, $800 for a Glock 19 or something like that. I mean, if you have the cash, you have the coin, you're desperate to, go right ahead if it makes you feel safer and sleep better at night. But if you can wait and it's not a dire, straight, necessary thing, I would say do so. Of course, on the flip side of me saying that, the election has gone the way it has, as we all know, and that's definitely going to lead to some instability, some questioning of things based on the current leader and powers that be coming up here. Now, with that, we don't know, but I'd rather have something than not be able to get it out at all in the first place. Also, speaking with that as well, is that the guns that I'm noticing at least are coming back, or at least sticking around, is your weirder guns, your odder guns, your non-standard. Like someone walks in any store, they say, what's the best handing gun you got? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say a Glock 19. Guess what you can't find? A Glock 19. Again, you walk and you say, I need an AR. What are they going to say? Here's your Ruger AR-556. Here's your M&P 15 Sport. That's it. They're not going to inherently recommend the like the Daniel Defense or the or like the Defense Unlimited or the Aero Precision, what have you. Your standard bargain rifles and things like that. Now, those ones are the ones that are appearing to be in stock, and that's for a couple reasons. One, they're not the ones that everyone knows. When someone who is new to the firearms community is coming in and say, "Hey, I want a gun," they only know of what their friends have told them. Only know of what they've read, what they've seen, and it's pretty much the same thing for everybody, because those are good guns. They are reliable. They do work. They are affordable. They are priced right, but sometimes they aren't priced right, especially now. And then, they're not the only option out there. Now, like I was saying as well, being affordable, they those kind of rifles, they're $500-$600. Glocks is $600 or whatever. AR's more like $650, $700 on the regular, and then Glocks are $550, $600, give or take. Now, the higher end stuff is sticking around just because it's more expensive. People don't want it. And then people that are buying guns used to buy guns because they think they're going to get banned, especially with the current administration, coming into power as a B, which could all be a bunch of malarkey. For those out there drinking, you should take a shot. But they're worried about that, and they're just buying just so they could flip it on Gunbroker buy it for $500, sell it for $15 on Gunbroker or whatever, which is unfortunate, but that's capitalism, guys. That's market. High supply, low demand, cheap; high demand, low supply, expensive. Just how it is. And nothing wrong with that. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Do I say you should buy one of those? No. If you feel like you need one, absolutely. There's no better price on security than that. But if you can wait, I say you should. But here, going back to it, those items are sticking around because they're, like I said, they're more expensive. So not as many people can afford them, which is unfortunate for those that are in unfortunate circumstances that want to be able to defend themselves, their life, their liberty, their property, their family, and they just don't have the financial means to. So they are priced out of it, which coincidentally, history lesson here, geeky nerd moment. For those of you guys that don't know, the actual $200 NFA tax stamp was created back in the old mobster days, the 1920s era, because that was the cost of the most expensive gun to be made out there, which was a Thompson submachine gun, the old Chicago typewriter. And they actually made that $200 tax stamp because that was an entire month's wage. So you had to take your entire amount of money that you made for a month just to buy one gun. And so they were trying to, price those people out of those automatic weapons, the big old scary ones. And by the flip side, inverse of it, the only people that were able to afford those were the gangsters and mobsters robbing the place who could afford that. So it did nothing, just typical, right? But yeah, sorry, get off the history lesson right here, but just a little fun fact, not a lot of people knew that, and they tried to price people out of buying rifles, things like that, and until they also had they were also going to put shotguns in there, but then they said it was a means of living, a means of defense. You couldn't take those away. You can ban these certain ones, which is where we led down the whole rabbit hole that we're at today. Thank you, government. But you need them, but only to a degree. Anyway, getting off that soapbox here. But with back to the whole firearms thing, yeah, the only stuff that's staying on shelves, like I've had this Glock 19X for a hot minute now, and I've been seeing them kind of regularly. Again, it's because people are like, oh, it's the chocolate chip cookie monster over here. No one really wants the brown gun, right? Also people are like, oh, what's this? It doesn't look normal. It doesn't look like the gun that I'm used to. Of course, those that are in the know. But those that aren't buying them. So that's good for a lot of people, but you need to know about them in order to get them. Same thing with your Daniel Defenses, your Aero Precisions. Yes, you're paying $1,200 for a rifle. It's a dang good rifle. It's a dang good rifle that's going to last you. But it's not your rifle. Everyone says, oh, just get this Ruger Air 5.56. So they're out there. They're starting to come back, especially in my side of the world. But ammunition is still staying unavailable for them. But check that out in this video coming up here on the end, and we kind of talk about that. So now you have the inverse problem. First, you couldn't buy the guns, but you could find the ammo. Now you can buy the guns, but you can't find the ammo. So it's coming in waves. Will this subside? On that one, guys, ammunition, you can't really, you could try to regulate ammunition, do your best to your means, but guns are a lot easier. Especially with the current administration, I don't see it at least until summer 2021 is when we'll start to really see how the world's going to shape up in regards to the 2A community. Unless, of course, something radical goes in at the first moment, but that's neither here nor there. My prediction is give it till summertime, see how everything shakes out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you stuck around this long, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you liked the video, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time. See you guys.